Warning! Some viewers may find this podcast repugnant. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Liberty or Death podcast.
With your host, Twisted Josh.
Where our motto is facts and common sense over your feelings. No. Why do you gotta say that for?
What is up, everybody? What is going on? How's everybody doing? Hope all is well. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Yes, we're doing the weekend mashed up news. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I just wanted to get on here and provide a little content and let you guys know I'm still there's still blood pumping in his heart. Yeah, if you haven't seen my my YouTube shorts and or my TikToks, if you're following me, go ahead and follow me. You know what? The link is in the description, and it's a link tree, and it gives you my TikTok, my Instagram, and my clapper. I believe I think I have my clapper on there, my YouTube, and X. It's got mostly everything on there. So, yeah, just go ahead and like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I welcome you, crazy mofos, and thank you for subscribing. So let's go ahead and get this. Why do I sound so freaking far away? I guess it's my hearing. My sight is going a little bit, but my hearing is like, what you say, Shuddy? What you say? Yo, I ain't that old yet, but anyway, it's tender. Oh, I you know what? The StreamYard's getting kind of they're getting kind of festive and inventive here. You get to add some sound effects. They added some sound effects now, so I don't have to worry about a damn soundboard here. Thank you. All right. Okay, well that's bounce, but there's drum roll. I would say that's more of a Congo, or a little Congo. You know what I'm saying? But you can add more sounds to it, and I'm kind of grateful that I'm getting more bang for my buck here. So anyway, enough about that. Yeah, this is just going to be a short. You know how I am. I say short, but then it's been an hour. It's an hour long podcast, but anyway, it's neither here or there. But we're just gonna go ahead and do what it do, baby. That's it. So it's mashed up news. Yes, I'm just taking things that I just looked at it. I haven't dug deep into it. We're just gonna catch you up on the latest trendy kind of news per se. So anyway, so it's funny. One more thing. It has a feature now that I actually like, because if I have, how I like to have those bathroom moments, you know what I mean? Because my bladder is like freaking small as spook. It's just where I drink a lot of water, working out and stuff, and then all of a sudden, man, I gotta go use your restroom, bro. Where's it at? Yeah, I gotta BRB. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I always say that anyway. So you you guys are stepping up your game, man. That's pretty good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. So anyway, back to the festivities. Yeah, just wanted to make one last podcast before the year. I don't know. I don't think I'll make another podcast. My next podcast episode will probably be in the beginning of the year. But you know what? We're going to come out strong because I got several topics that I want to talk about. I'm going to reach out to more guests, and we're just going to make 26 happen, bro. Just like I said, been spending time with family and just having fun and loving on my family. So this don't pay the bills. This doesn't right now, or period. So until then, we're just gonna make it when we can. We're gonna podcast whenever we can podcast. So anyway, because that's what Joshua does. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not like these fancy, these. But anyway, you know what? Screw that. Candace, you're not. Listen, you guys. Josh? What do you think about the Candace Owens deal? But you should ask audience. You know what? I you Candace is accusing is accusing Erica Kurt for making money off of her deceased husband, but Candace, being the friend that she is, she's doing the same exact freaking thing. That's just my opinion on it. And Candace, are you turning into or trying to become a Clinton? Because woman, you got a lot of catching up to do. If you know, you know, guys. If you know, you know. Because I'm noticing a pattern with Candace. People that are like seem like they're like close or used to hang out with her. Just say shots fired, so to speak. Yep. I don't know, man. That's just as my opinion, and and people blame her for causing the conservatives divide. But you know what? I'm going to say this to the conservatives out there: do you have your own mind? It's good that she's asking questions, but the way she's doing it, it's really like it's really it's let's say it's basically how can I say this in the right way where it comes off right? The way she's going about it is basically disingenuous in my book, and that's just me. But I'm a small time podcaster. Ain't nobody gonna listen to this shit. Anyway, but I'm gonna say what I say for future in case, hey, I just came on your podcast. You're kind of good, man. What's up? So anyway, so yeah, that's what I think about the whole thing. She's going about it the wrong way, and she sounds like a disgruntled ex. That's just my opinion. But you know, it's people's right to ask questions of what happened. But I want to know. I think that Charlie Kirk's assassination was basically it was fishy. It's fishy to me. You know, how did the guy know that he was? It's all that. But that's all I'm going to say. And then Temple last week got shots fired at his house. So like, what the heck, And then they kind of like saying because he went off on Candace and blah blah. So yeah, it's the thing about it is that they saying that Candace Owens is um is causing the division in the conservative movement. I'm gonna say this, like I said, just a couple of seconds ago, guys. You have your own mind. Don't let people like her. You know, we still got to talk about this country, and we still got to talk about midterms and stuff like that. This government's really it's really irritating the f out of me. And sending money to Israel, your administration, like, bro, like seriously, like what? Knowing to Israel, bro, yeah, I'm done with that. But you know what? Next year, it's soon to come next year. So be watching watch this podcast because um, we have to hold these people accountable with Republicans and everybody across the aisle, no matter what. Get back to the reason why this conservative movement is went strong the beginning of this year and the past couple of years too. So we need to get back to that, guys. We need to focus, stop focusing on the shiny objects. Anyway, so let's get back. Let's go to the news. Here we go. I haven't been here on here for a while, so please bear with me and show me some grace here. Let's share the screen and let's go to X. Anyway, so my question is to everybody: why in the hell are we still leaving kids in vehicles. I don't get it. I don't understand. It, it just how the technology like these vehicles like I have a 2021 whatever Ford, and this vehicle will let me know when I turn off the vehicle, hey, you got something in the back seat. My wife and I were test driving a Honda Hyundai Palisade, a 2026, and this mother freaker practically drives itself. Like really, like I was intimidated by this freaking vehicle. Like it practically drive itself. Like you just hit this button, hit that button, and then bam, it goes with the curve. It goes with the curves and stuff like that. Goes straight. It stops, and I'm like, what the like, bruh. I mean, this vehicle that this woman was driving, at least I would say, even my I would say that the vehicle is basically it looks like maybe a 2021, maybe 22, you know. It always says, "Don't forget you got something in the back." It reminds you. How do you forget your kid in the backseat of the freaking car? Is life that busy? Or better yet, hold on. Hey, welcome crew. Blah 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 blah. Seriously? Anyway, I'm gonna share this with you guys real quick. Sorry. Here we go. What the man, dang. Give me a second, bro. Why am I so small in this one? Hey, that's what she said. Anyway, so yeah. So here we go. Um God damn it. What the hell are you trying to do, dude? Like seriously. Okay. So the story is a 16-month-old child was rescued from a locked car in Florida parking lot as as outside temperatures were 85 degrees, according to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. The child's mother called 911 after realizing she had accidentally left her keys inside the vehicle with the engine off and the windows rolled up. The sheriff's office released video of the rescue, stressing that in an emergency, every minute counts, and warned that even a few minutes and a locked car can be deadly with temperatures inside skyrocketing into the triple digits. So here you go. Oh, and I realized that it was playing. So blah blah blah. So anyway, I'm pausing it, mofo's. Like pause. Just damn it, pause. Here we go. Get out of here.
Okay, use this. It's okay. It's okay, Papa. It's
Oh, but the alarm goes off?
I know.
Makes sense, right? Makes sense to me. Wow, poor baby.
Hey, Mom, you want to hold him? Hey, we're going to let JF stack him, but for future reference, Mom, do not let him wake that one. You can always call us. I know, that's why I call you, because...
Wow. Listen,
Hey,
I
use
mean,
my-
to be honest with you, I have no clue why parents have to call the police. I don't. Maybe you guys know. I don't know, but that would be my first instinct is just to bust the window out of my car. Yeah, you would have to just show whatever somebody sees you walking by and they're like, "Is that your car, bro?" Like, really? Like, you know what I mean? So, and then they'll call in the cops. And yeah, whatever the case is, but in my eyes, I would actually just break the window first, and then I'll call the cop or whatever. Not even worry about calling the cops. Damn it, that's just me. But How in the hell do you forget your kids in your vehicle? I just don't get it, man. To this day, I just don't understand it, and it's still a thing. To I mean, I try to look up what kind of car it was, to be honest with you, and they haven't gotten out. They haven't got that information out yet. So hold on. Oh, okay. Now it's fuck. Mm. Yeah. Anyway, th- long story short, the mother didn't get charged because it was an accident. It was labeled an accident, and I couldn't even find the car. The what the car was basically. So anyway, wow, that's crazy. And I'm gonna do this another time, but this is another topic. But oh, Ilhan Omar. Hold on, be right, and we're back. I love this feature of streamer and ass. Um, I couldn't find the BRB, but anyway. So Ilhan Omar, here you go. She breaking news. White House post alleged proof Ilhan Omar married her brother. I guess it was somebody's. Maybe she was. I don't know. Maybe was she saying that? Or, she didn't marry her brother. I mean, but here's proof. Here we go. In 1080p. Oh, I can't even read it. What the? Hold on. I'm gonna try to read it here. We're zooming in, guys. It says here what something more shocking is that Ahmad or Ahmed, whatever, is actually her brother. He is British, whatever, and arrived in the United States in 2001. It looks like as soon as Ilhan Omar married him, he stayed at university at her whatever. Yeah, I can't even read that shit. And but I got some of that. But it's pretty impressive. I'm impressed. But yeah, here's the it says Ilhan Omar marriage fraud exposure. Can't even barely see it. I mean, that's to me. I'll have to look it up. But it was just breaking news. Like I said, this is something that I just like. I didn't even dive deep in. I mean, it'll be a later topic probably. You know what I'm saying? I guess they're questioning whether or not she married her brother. Or she's denying that she married her brother because that sounds like her. It would sound like her. But here you go. Here's the marriage license application. Yeah, Ahmed Nased Elms. Yep. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna do a deep dive on this thing. Yep. Yep. Live or death, man. We're coming out. We're coming. We coming. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. If you like this podcast, if not, then I'll see you later. But you know what? I ain't gonna have time for you because I would be up here now. No, I'm the same. I'm the same, Josh. Hey, I'm Rumble, Live or Death Podcast, YouTube, Live or Death Podcast. Just like this says on this on the what you call this ticker. Yeah, we're the America's #1 slow growing podcast and also underrated podcast. So just hit that like, share, and subscribe button. But yeah. So anyway, that's it. That's not it for right now. But that's what there's proof. But I'll get you guys clear proof because I'm gonna do a topic on Mandani. I'm gonna do one on her. I'm gonna do one on maybe the squad, the whole squad. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I don't like in previous podcasts. I don't know how she ended up being a a congresswoman. I don't understand that, but that's neither here or there. You know, Where's her birth certificate? She a legal citizen. Yep. I don't know. It's slowly coming out. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she's not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, and here we go. You guys remember that DoorDash lady?
The food was delivered to homeowner Mark.
Hey, hold on, let me pause that shit. So, let me share this tab and instead. StreamYard. Here we go. Oh no, yeah. I'm gonna cover AOC. This is from Kelly. How terrible of a person do you have to be to put pepper spray on someone else's food? Yeah, I'm glad this woman was arrested. She got arrested. Believe it or not, but guys, remember, you guys have probably seen this viral video that across TikTok. Sorry, I get the burping fits, but here you go. This is what her outcome. This is the update.
A DoorDash delivery woman drops off a bag of food and takes a photo to document the delivery. So far, so good. The food was delivered to homeowner Mark Hardin's front door in Evansville, Indiana. The meal was from Arby's. Then something happened to his wife, Mandy.
She started eating and she started coughing and gasping. The next thing I know, that she's gagging enough that it's made her throw up. And I come in here and I noticed that there was some type of spray on the bag. And that's when I went back and watched the footage from my doorbell camera and realized that the food had been tampered with.
You can say that again. When Cardin watched the footage, he noticed that after the driver snapped the photo, she sprayed something that he believes is pepper spray right on the bag. Why would the delivery driver pepper spray a customer's food? Did they even know who she was?
I've never met her before in our life. Just walk up to our house, spray pepper spray on our food.
Was she unhappy with the tip? Here's a receipt from the order. It shows they tipped $2 on the nearly $28 meal. That's just a 7% tip. Are you disturbed by what you see on this video?
I am deeply alarmed and disappointed.
Hold on,
We're taking the matter very seriously. I am deeply alarmed.
Disturbed by what you see on this video? 7% tip. Are you disturbed? $2 on the nearly $28 meal.
Yeah, it was. See, DoorDash freaking ripoff, bro. I don't know. That's what I round everything up. So that's $10. That's $6. So $16, and then you got all the fees and $7. Wow, what the heck? It comes up to $28. Like really? Like, well, actually, no. The total. Oh my gosh, all those damn fees. Look at that. That's why most of the time I get the shit myself, man. I don't care how much of an inconvenience it is. Sometimes I get it. You're just lazy. You're just like, oh, dude, I want something, but I don't want to go out and get it. No, I get it. I get it, man. You're busy and shit. I definitely get it, but I mean, sometimes if you're a regular if people regularly DoorDash, man, it adds up, man. It adds up. Was she pissed about her tip? 7% tips. That's no reason for you to be spraying pepper spray on a freaking somebody else's food. That's just, to me, that's you deserve what you deserve it.
Just a 7% tip. Are you disturbed by what you see on this video?
I am deeply alarmed and disappointed. We're taking the matter very seriously,
of course,
and we're going to do everything in our power to ensure that this person is held accountable for their actions.
A DoorDash delivery woman drops off a bag of food and takes.
That's what they did. I wonder if she resisted like so bad for or maybe it's just like AI or something like that, for her to do that, be dragged in like that. That's crazy. She must have been really resisting. Well, you get what you get, woman. You see what happened? Like I always said, the universal law: what goes around comes around. I tell my kids this. I go by this law, man. What goes around comes around. Life is a full circle, man. Life is a full circle. Some call it karma. I call it a full circle. So be careful how you treat people. You know, that's why people are like, I mean, like, what? Like, really? Like, no, just I don't want that. I don't want that juju on me, man. For real. I try to treat people as much as I can with grace and respect. That's it. Other than that, once you disrespect me, bam, money. You're gonna get it. So you see what I'm saying? So anyway, um, AOC dropped fifth. Paul say so whatever. Anyway, AOC dropped 5K in campaign dollars party in Puerto Rico. What's messed up is reportedly this reportedly legal. The real scoop here is her pretending she cares about poor people, but then using their money to live richly. AOC's credibility is as low as her IQ. Yeah, there's many more. Check this out.
Legitimate campaign activity, but for critics, this just reinforces what they see as a familiar pattern.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez under scrutiny after FEC filings show her campaign spending nearly $50,000 in Puerto Rico on hotels, meals, and a venue rental at the arena where she was seen dancing it up during a Bad Bunny concert. Correspondent Sarah Williamson has the very latest for us. Sarah.
Hey, Lydia, look, you're allowed to have fun, but on campaign money, I'm not so sure about. It's not exactly the best look because these newly filed federal records show that AOC's campaign spent nearly $50,000 in Puerto Rico over just a few months, fueling criticism, of course, of a lawmaker who has built her entire brand railing against wealth, privilege, elites, and excess. Now, Federal Election Commission filings show that for the third quarter, that AOC's campaign reported nearly 50 grand in spending in Puerto Rico just between the months of June and September. The filings list high-end hotels, meals and catering, and event-related expenses paid for, all with campaign for Puerto Rico. The same venue, in fact, that AOC was seen in a private suite at the Bad Bunny concert in August, a moment that went rather viral online. Now, the appearance coming the same month, she delivered a speech condemning gentrification in Puerto Rico and economic inequality, further intensifying her political message. Now, under federal campaign finance law, it's important that we do say this spending is actually allowed. Campaigns may legally use donor money for travel, adding lodges, meals, event spaces, as long as it's tied to political activity. There is no cap on hotel or venue costs, making this less about legality and more of credibility here. Now, we have reached out to AOC for comment, yet to hear back from her, but in a previously published statement, her campaign manager said that she regularly travels to Puerto Rico to support local causes and that the spending reflected legitimate campaign activity. But for critics, this just reinforces what they see as a familiar pattern of a progressive lawmaker condemning excess while enjoying the very privileges she tells others to reject. Lydia?
Of course.
And that was also a lawmaker with her at that concert. Sarah Williamson, thank you for that report.
Yep. And Grok says the same thing that she just said. Then again, how's that legal though? That to me. I mean, even though it says it's legal, I just still question how is it legal. I mean, she's not. It's like, oh, I'm using campaign funds to campaign in Puerto Rico, but I'm going to a concert. Like, what does a concert have to do with campaigning? Not unless she's telling, yo, Bad Bunny, hey, mentioned me, AOC is in the blah, blah, blah. And she's, to me, I don't think that should happen, to be honest with you. That should be that shouldn't happen. You should be wasting your campaign money. That's a personal concert, to be honest with you. That's not a campaign concert or campaign but tax the rich though, right, guys? You see this with Bernie Sanders. You see this with her. It's mostly all these politicians that do that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Without looking it up, because for some reason I have to do it, but yeah, when I looked up, is this legal? And they said, yeah, it's legal. I'm like, what the like, seriously, man, I'm pissed. How I can't even. I wish I could go to some country or whatever the case is when just leisurely go and visit some country, like, hey, I got 50,000, hey, blah blah blah. It just shows that these people are frauds. AOC, Bernie Sanders, mostly all your politicians that preach tax the rich, blah, blah. But yet you want to sit there and you want to spend campaign money. And I would venture out to say taxpayers' money on your, on your extravagant lifestyle. Couldn't make that on a bartender salary, could you, AOC? But anyway, yeah, she spent campaign money on 50,000 for travel to Puerto Rico and a hotel. So wow, must be nice. But tax the rich, though, right, guys? Tax the rich. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna defend her. You guys might. You progressives and your Marxists and your socialists. Yeah, go ahead. That's socialism for you, right? That goes to show you that's a little taste of socialism right there. They're partnering up and you're just scraping to get by. But hey, we're gonna support you because you speak our language. Like, I literally and figuratively. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just it is what it is. You know what I mean? And this is not even deep diving, bro. And I'm like, what? And then one more thing, and then I'm gonna leave. Maine, let me see here. Hold on. And one more thing, and then I'll call it a night. Because the attention spans are outrageous in the digital world. Just say, don't shoot the messenger. So here we have Maine DMV confirms they'll give foreigners driver license by accepting foreign ID, even if the driver doesn't speak English. The foreigner only needs 25 of 30 questions right to pass a translated test, and Maine DMV can't check foreign records. Unsafe. And that's the thing about being an independent podcaster, man. I can just, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I am not, this is like the way I like my shit. Fund my own shit. That's freedom for me to be able to say what I want whenever I want. So anyway, here we go.
Those lines.
So
anyway, here we go. Here.
Okay, so as long as he brought his birth certificate from Africa, he'll be okay to get his driver's license?
So that is one form of ID that we can accept for the exam process to get him started. The other one needs to bear a signature.
So would you take like a country ID? Because they do kind of similar to
state. You know if that's been signed, if there's an immature.
Yep,
okay.
Yeah, so I looked at it. So as long as he has his birth certificate from his home country in Africa and a driver's license that has a signature from his country, that should be okay?
So we would be able to use that out-of-country ID for the signature piece as long as that birth certificate has been translated. Do you know if it has?
Yes, yeah, he does have his, yeah.
It is translated. Okay,
Yeah.
then yep.
Awesome.
We could. Yeah.
Okay, so his name's Mohammed. I guess now the next step would be this.
Mohammed.
He doesn't speak any English. Is the test done in Somalian?
So for the Class C language, we do translate in Somalia. On that form, that application that I was talking about earlier, there's a box on there that says oral. He would just need to check that.
And how many can you get wrong?
So it is a 30-question multiple choice questions. Once he hits 6, the test will automatically shut off.
Okay, so he can only get 5 wrong out of the 30 to be safe.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that's actually pretty easy. So he has to get 25 out of the 30. He did have an issue in Somalia with his driving. Is that going to impact it, or do you guys just not connect with it?
We don't have reciprocity from one country to another, so we don't pull driving or anything along the line.
So it did lead to when he was driving.
We don't have reciprocity from one country to another, so we wouldn't be able to pull those records.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Would you like the information for the elections department under the Secretary of State?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just.
Their phone number is 207 624 7650.
Okay. I appreciate the help. This was actually a lot easier than I thought. I was expecting it to be a lot more hurdles, so this makes it a little bit easier. I'll go let Mohammed know.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mohammed. Well, and in case you guys had missed that, because I was buffering. It was buffering for some unknown reason.
Or anything along those lines.
So, so if it did lead to an accidental death, when he was driving, he was actually going over a crosswalk and hit a jogger. That's not going to impact the driver's license here, right?
We wouldn't be able to access those records. So again, we don't have reciprocity from one country to another. So we wouldn't be able to pull those records.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I'm going to go actually go down and meet him and get some translators. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Would you like the information for the elections?
Yeah.
Secretary of State?
Yeah.
Okay. 7650.
Okay. I appreciate the help. This was actually a lot easier than I thought. I was expecting it to be a lot more hurdles, so this makes it a little bit easier. I'll go let Mohammed know.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
Mohammed. Oh my gosh. That's funny as shit. Anyway, so yeah, no, I thought I took myself out of the camera, but anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, and yeah, it goes to show you they're just giving out freaking driver's license like candy. But if you're an American, hey, yo, you gotta make sure you get mostly all these questions. Like you know what I'm saying? You gotta get 100. And these people are coming out of the wood. We can just gotta get 5 wrong. That's it. Anyway, so Timmy Balls. Tim was Tampon Timmy. Horse milk guzzler. Here, hold on. Dude, what the fudge?
We need to hold our own. Do you want to hear more from members and leaders from small communities?
So the post millennial says that when asked if the Somalian community should hold their own accountable for criminal activity, Governor Tim Walz pivots to slandering white men. If that were the case, there's a lot of white men who should be holding a lot of white men accountable for the crimes they committed.
Say we need to look at ourselves. We need to hold our own neighbors accountable, because look at the damage.
You know what? He's looking pretty rough, though, to be honest with you. He looks like he lost weight. He actually looks like he lost a lot of weight compared to last year. This dude looks freaking like he looks really stressed. Like he looks like he's really like he's gone. I don't know. It's just my opinion. Look at that. Look at him.
This is not to our What do you want to hear more from, instead of just saying, don't blame us? Do you want to see more ownership oversight from within?
Look, it's not law-abiding citizens. There's a lot of white men should be holding a lot of white men accountable for the crimes that they have committed. I think for the community to maybe educate their population, because I think what you're seeing here is there's secondary victims in this, that there's providers inside the
community to educate their population. Hold on, wait a minute, back that up.
Providers inside the community that are then victimizing the community inside the community, that there's providers inside the community that are then victimizing the community themselves by signing their secondary victims in this, that there's providers inside the community that are then victimizing the community themselves by signing them up, because when we're going to some of these people, they're like, I had no idea I was in this program. So I think it's asking us then, for every crime, which of course the majority being committed by white men, asking us to do more about that. I think it's crime in general. And I think the biggest thing on this is just making sure that we're educating the population. And again, this is 80 people or so that have been convicted in this, maybe some more in that, out of a
Hold on, man. I know. I heard. Did you guys hear that? I
there's
heard
a lot of white men should be holding a lot of white men accountable for the crimes that they have committed. I think for the community to maybe educate their population, because I think what you're seeing here is there's secondary victims in this, that there's providers inside the community that are then victimizing the community themselves by signing them up, because when we're going to some of these people, they're like, I had no idea I was in this program. So I think it's asking us then, for every crime, which of course,
Yeah, well, the thing about it is that I like when you see this all over TikTok. Hey, white people, blah blah, you're the problem, blah blah. But yet you're white. You're saying that. So are you projecting, Timmy? Are you projecting? This is what you guys do best: is project. Are you projecting? So you're saying you should be since you allowed this in your state and let it happen because you're governor of your state. Are you saying for people to hold you accountable? Because you're doing that. You're the governor of the state. You see what I'm saying? It's just like me, yeah, my kids did this in my house, but it's other parents who but I don't have the control of your house. So how can it be me? If I'm blaming like my next door neighbor for something that happened inside my house that they didn't cause, but I'm blaming them. See what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I have no control of your house. Like, what the heck are you talking about? So are you saying, Timmy? C-Man Timmy? Are you saying we should be holding you accountable? The American people? Yeah, we should. This dude's I guarantee you, this dude, if you saw him last year versus this year, that it's looking at this now, he's lost weight, but he looks like he's stressed out. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I just love when people are like, well, white man, I hold you accountable, but you're the color. If you're going by color or pigmentation, melanin, then you should be held accountable, right, Timmy? Bruh, you just told on yourself. And you didn't even know that. You just told on yourself. Yes, investigate me. And you know what? Remember that interview that Ilhan Omar did I think a couple of days ago with the and she's like, oh, the white man. It's the white man. The white man. The white man. Like that's all they revert to. And then they call other people racist. Like, bruh, what the don't make any sense, dumbass. Don't make any sense. But anyway, yo, 49 minutes, 50, almost an hour. Shit. See, that's why exactly what I'm saying, guys. I don't, tend to, I don't want to say an hour, but and it happens that way. But yep. Anyway, I'll see you guys next year. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and you know what? L.O.D. podcast. We haven't been podcasting like we have this year, but we're coming back. It's coming back next year, full head of steam. And I'm gonna have a lot of. When I get a lot of guests, I have a lot of topics in mind that I want to talk about, and we're gonna make it happen. But until then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. There's gonna be a lot of change coming, guys. A lot of change till the L.O.D. podcast. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you for watching this recorded episode. I really appreciate you guys. Go ahead and give me a like, share, and comment, and possibly subscribe to this podcast. Like I said before, in the description and on my channel, YouTube channel, it has the link tree. And if you guys want to collaborate, my email address is money. SlibberDefPodcast47@gmail.com. So yeah, hit me up and let me know. Give me a couple weeks in advance so I can just say, hey, yeah, I'll make time for you, and that's it. But I would like to do a lot of collaborations, and conservatives, get your shit together. And that's just coming from a low rent podcaster like me. But hey, I'm a small creator, but you know what? I pack a punch. Dang it. I'll knock you on your ass. That's just me. But yeah, I really want to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. To all my subscribers out there, you guys are awesome. You guys are beautiful, wonderful. Happy Christmas from my family to yours, and Happy New Year's from my family to yours. I love you guys. I really do. I really mean it. 412 subscribers. Oh, bro. We're kicking ass, man. We're kicking ass. Slow America, Slow Growing Podcast. So yeah, stay tuned. It's gonna be it's gonna be a crazy ride next year, guys. We're gonna be talking about midterms. We're gonna be talking about Minnesota. We're gonna be talking about Muslims. Dude, we're gonna be talking about a lot of things. Trust me, it's coming. I'm just getting warmed up. So anyway, love you guys' faces. Until then, hey yo, I'll see you guys on the flip side. Oh, hold on. You don't have to leave, but we gotta go. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys around. All right. Bye.